Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided, since it's cloudy and rainy outside and super cozy inside, that I would film a chatty video just discussing some things that are happening in life right now. Did anyone watch Walking Dead, the season 6 finale? That's caused a lot of controversy. I actually wrote a blog post about it. I will post it down below if you want to read it. I talked about Enid. By the way, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, don't listen to this. I'm going to go into detail. Enid, Carl locked her in a closet so she wouldn't come along with the group in the camper RV vehicle. I don't think they'll ever be friends again. Not that they're like friends, but like interesting relationship. But anyways, I thought it was funny. I'm not sure she'll forgive him, but at the same time, now they've got bigger things to deal with, so in the grand scope of things, that might be the least of her problems. I've never hated Carol. However, I really started to like her when she stepped up and started fighting. She just became so, like, brave and awesome and just, like, super ninja Carol. I loved it. I don't hate the character development that's been going on as far as her sort of getting scared. And she's still fighting, but there's been a couple times where she's used vulnerability and tears to mask a sneak attack. And even though it's been a ploy, you can tell that she's actually really emotional and upset. Like those tears aren't completely fake. So I just think it's really interesting, like the toll that fighting and killing zombies and people, that toll that it's taken on her. She is a broken woman right now. I'm scared for her because I know that she's tough and she can defend herself, but her emotions are starting to get the better of her. Please, Carol, get yourself together because you will die. Morgan, who went after her, okay, his whole like Zen approach is just bothersome because they're in the zombie apocalypse. I was really scared because the savior who came after Carol, first of all, oh my gosh, she was so hopeless. She was literally taunting him. He was gonna walk away. She was taunting him to finish the job and kill her. That was so concerning about her mindset. Oh my gosh. And then Morgan came along and, you know, he tells the guy, he's like, you can walk away alive. And I'm like, no, he can't. He can't walk away from this alive. That would be bad. Really bad. And thankfully Morgan ended up doing the right thing and shooting him. But he like went from one extreme to another. In one breath, he's saying, you can walk away alive. I'm not going to kill you. Next thing you know, he's not only shooting the guy, but he's like using every bullet in his gun. One headshot, maybe one body shot and one headshot. Those two options would have sufficed. I don't know. But I'm just glad that he did what he needed to do because that savior was dangerous. These saviors are dangerous. Which brings me to the moment everyone hated. After the saviors have been taunting Rick's group for the entire episode, that trick they pulled, putting items on the zombies that belonged to Michonne and Daryl, that was just wrong. That was dead wrong because no one knew that Michonne, Daryl, Glenn, and Rosita were in trouble. No one knew. They were playing mind games with the group and ultimately trapped them. They're running in this dark forest and then the whistling started. That just sent chills up my spine. That was creepy. I never want to hear whistling again. Finally, the whole group's together. We meet Negan. I knew Jeffrey Dean Morgan would do a great job. Some people don't like him. I don't know why. I personally haven't read the comics, but from what I've heard and seen pictures and such, I think he's done a good job. He looks the part. He's creepy. He sounds just downright evil and devious, so I don't see the problem. I'm like not excited to see what he does, but at the same time I am interested in the development. The zombie apocalypse has been dangerous thus far, but I think Negan's gonna make the zombies look like a walk in the park. I really do. I was so tense the whole time. I was on the edge of my seat. I was crying. I had my hands over my face, but like not my eyes because I still wanted to see. And it was so tense. I was so scared. And then Negan kept going back and forth. And then he decided at the end to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe, on and on. Whew! I was so scared because what they did was, instead of showing, at first they showed the order, like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but then they just started switching from face to face just to kind of confuse people so you didn't know where he was as far as like faces and the counting and whatnot. And at the end, he said he wasn't going to kill someone, he was only going to beat someone with Lucille. If you don't know what Lucille is, it's a bat with barbed wire on it. So if he beats someone with it, they will die. Someone was beaten with it, and you can hear gasps and just pure pain at the end, but they don't show the face. Which is why everyone's joking that, oh, Negan chose to kill the cameraman, because you just see blood dripping down the lens of the camera and his bat just, ugh. And there's a lot of guesses, blah, 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 but we won't really know because they chose to end with a cliffhanger. I didn't care. I'm used to cliffhangers, and, you know, I read books all the time that end with cliffhangers. I watch shows that end with cliffhangers. I'm used to the drama. I get what they're doing, but I also understand why fans are upset. It's disappointing because they have teased a huge death all season long, a really terrible ending, and they've had so many cliffhanger finales over the years. I think that fans just once wanted closure, and they didn't get it once again, which was disappointing. I'm sort of stuck in the middle because I didn't care, but I get why fans are upset. So yeah, that's my opinion on all of it. What else? American Idol. Random segue. But yeah, American Idol is ending tonight. Really sad. I watched part of this season that Candace Glover won, however I didn't finish. I stopped watching and then I didn't watch the next 2 seasons either. Of course I had to watch this season because it's the last one. They found some great talent. Spoiler alert, Dalton got voted off last night, but I do think he could go somewhere with music. Even though he came in 3rd, he could be like Chris Daughtry. I think he has a marketable style. I always pick people from the beginning and stick with them, so even if I like people along the way, unless my favorites get voted off, I stick with them, which is why Dalton and LaPortia were my favorites this whole time. But I do think Trent is talented. If he won, it wouldn't be a travesty. However, my favorite is LaPortia. She's been so strong throughout the competition. I don't think she's given one bad performance. I found her to be very genuine, and I love her baby. Her baby, Nayali, is so cute. Oh, love that baby. I will leave blog posts down below because I did write about LaPortia on my art blog, and I will be writing about saying farewell to American Idol either tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm really sad to say goodbye. Even though I think it's time, it is sad. My first season was when Jordan Sparks won, and I had been rooting for her, so I was really happy that my favorite won. I'm never gonna forget those memories of sitting and yelling at my TV and voting for my favorites and, you know, tensing up and just waiting during the finale to see if my favorite won. I think American Idol has achieved something that is very special, and I don't think people will ever forget their memories of watching American Idol over the years. I know I said I'd make 2016 reading challenge update videos. I am going to do that. I haven't uploaded one because I got off to a really fast start in January. I think I read 4 and started a 5th book. I'm still reading Pride and Prejudice, and I read Elixir by Hilary Duff, and I moved on to Devoted by Hilary Duff, which is book 2 in the Elixir trilogy. I've slowed down, and I'm waiting to finish Pride and Prejudice and this Elixir series before I move forward with the video. For those of you that struggle with anxiety, that's been a real issue with me. I love blogging and filming YouTube videos, but I am recently out of college, which means I do have bills that need to get paid. I have been looking for a job, praying, looking for a job, praying, looking for a job. I'm an artist. I like being at home and having the freedom to wake up and either work on my blogs and my YouTube channel, whether I'm doing like promotion or I suddenly have ideas and I could just start filming right away. I like my days are free for creativity. Thinking about getting a normal job is really rough for me, not only as an artist but as a person. I'm not a social person, and I get very anxious when I have to be around people or deal with people I don't know. Thanks to networking and word of mouth, I did find a job opportunity. It took me a day to build up the courage to fill out the application, and then it took me a good hour or so to build up the courage to call the business and talk to someone in charge about getting a job. So far it's gone well, but it is a struggle. I've been really blessed to be at home and live in my own little wonderland, but now I have to face reality and get a job that pays the bills, at least until hopefully my blogs and my YouTube channel take off. In my first day of college, I barely made it through my first class. After that class, I was in the bathroom crying in a stall, calling my parents saying, "I can't do this, please come get me." During my second class, I tried not to cry, but tears did flow down my face. I sat in the back and tried to hide it. I don't know if I did a good job. The whole week, I ended up sleeping downstairs on the couch. I was freaked out. I was sick. I barely ate that week. I was nauseous. It was terrible. I really thought that was it. I was like, I can't do this. I hate college. I can't do this. And 3¼ years later, I walked across the stage with an honor roll tassel around my shoulders and received a bachelor's degree. It was not easy. I had many more meltdowns, but I kept going because I wanted to finish what I started. And I did. I thought college would be like the hardest thing I would ever do, but no, like, I thought that would make everything else a piece of cake, but even now talking on the phone freaks me out. Applying for jobs and talking to people I don't know freaks me out. Meeting new people, being in social situations freaks me out. I'm constantly reminding myself, like, remember that first day of college? Remember graduating with a bachelor's degree and being on the honor roll? You got through that. I just have to keep reminding myself, a lot of prayer, just that God would calm me down, give me strength, give me courage. It's hard. Really, really hard. Life is hard. If you're struggling with the same things, you are not alone. I am scared out of my mind right now. But it's something I need to do. And the whole reason, I didn't even mention this, the whole reason I brought up the college story is because I started in the summer rather than the fall. because I knew that if I didn't start right away, I would never do it. I had to jump right in. Same with this job. I had to jump right in and do it. And so hopefully it pays off. We shall see. Yeah, I think that about wraps up this chat. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to receive notifications every time I upload. I will see you in my next video. Bye!